Hello, everyone. I am the mysterious man who will tell you strange tales, stories I've heard myself and others shared from all over. Today, I'll bring you a story I was told, one I've slightly modified by changing the names of the characters. Now, let's dive into the story of the haunted house on Baker Street. A place hiding eerie corners and mysteries that have never been solved. One of these mysteries lies in a house on Baker Street, built during the colonial period. Once a luxurious hotel, the house was gradually abandoned after terrifying events that left a haunting atmosphere lingering. It's said that no one can spend a night there without encountering something strange. Sarah, a young woman who had just graduated, and her group of friends decided to explore the haunted spots of the city. In one conversation, Brian, one of the friends, mentioned the house as a challenge. Who dares to stay in that haunted house overnight? They had heard of people entering, but none daring to stay until morning. Brave and skeptical of ghost stories, Sarah immediately agreed. "I'll do it. We should record it as a film to see if it's really scary." The group agreed, and that evening, Sarah and 3 friends, Brian, Linda, and Mike, brought along cameras, flashlights, and a few essential supplies. They decided to stay there overnight to both explore and verify the terrifying legends. As they arrived, the house looked dark and decrepit. The large iron gate had rusted, creaking like the moans of trapped souls. Outside, ancient trees stood bare, like bony hands reaching up from the ground toward the dark sky. The cold wind carried the damp, stale smell, making the air feel even heavier. Linda, afraid of ghosts, timidly asked, "Do we really have to do this? I don't feel good about it." Brian laughed. "We're already here. What's there to be afraid of?" Sarah stepped forward. She felt the air grow colder. The house, with its shattered windows, walls covered in moss, and webs everywhere, once stood as a grand hotel, but was now merely a hollow shell. Rumors that the house's original owner used black magic and sacrificed for girls to complete the building added to its eerie mystery. The group entered the house, with their lights illuminating the peeling walls, revealing strange handprint-like marks. They decided to go to the second floor, where supernatural activity was supposedly strongest. As they stepped onto the stairs, a strange noise echoed from behind them. The group turned but saw nothing except dead silence. Sarah nervously laughed. "Probably just the wind. Let's keep going." They continued up, but the air felt more oppressive, as if an invisible force was bearing down on them. All the rooms on this floor were empty, with only decaying furniture remains. Mike, who knew some history, said, "They say there was a mysterious death here once. A worker fell from the second floor and died instantly, and afterward, many strange things were reported." As he finished speaking, an unexpected cold breeze passed by, though the windows were all sealed. Linda clutched Brian's arm, trembling. "I don't feel good. We should leave." But before they could decide, a faint giggle echoed from down the hallway, small but haunting, coming from some deep corner of the house. They froze, looking at each other in terror. Don't tell me someone just laughed, Brian stammered, his confidence fading. Sarah shone her flashlight down the hall toward the source of the laugh, but only darkness stared back. Trying to stay calm, she said, "Maybe it's just an echo. Let's finish recording and get out." But as she stepped forward, the shadows seemed to move. A dark figure flickered so quickly she thought she'd imagined it. Suddenly, she felt an icy hand brush her shoulder. She turned, but no one was there. The giggling returned, clearer this time, almost as if it was right behind her. Linda began sobbing, "We need to leave right now." But before they could move, the flashlight suddenly died, plunging the group into complete darkness. Panicked breaths filled the space. "What's going on?" Mike whispered, his voice shaking. Then, eerie sounds began from every direction, shuffling footsteps, slamming windows, and heavy breathing. Someone or something moving through the shadows. The darkness grew alive, swallowing every sound, every glimmer of light. An invisible hand seemed to tighten around them, making the air thick and oppressive. Amidst the chaotic sounds, a chilling voice emerged, as if from the depths of the earth. "You cannot leave." Brian began to cry. "I can't stay here a moment longer." Lost in thick darkness, they scrambled to find the exit, but every step seemed to pull them deeper into the house's maze. They felt an unseen presence watching, chasing them with every step. Suddenly, Sarah, leading the group, felt the floor disappear under her. She fell into an endless void, her scream echoing through the dark space, going on and on. In her final moment of consciousness, she saw the hazy forms of 4 girls in white dresses, their faces pale and empty-eyed, staring back at her as if waiting. The next morning, locals found the gate of the house on Baker Street wide open. None of Sarah's group could be found. Their belongings were scattered, but no trace of them remained. The police conducted an investigation, but found no clues. It was as if everything had been wiped from existence. The house remained shrouded in gloom, with tales of restless spirits continuing to haunt it. To this day, stories of Sarah's group are recounted as a warning for those curious enough to explore its mysteries. The haunted house on Baker Street stands like a curse, awaiting the next souls who dare to enter its world. The story ends here. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow and motivate me to create more stories. Goodbye, and see you next time.